Aisha was a bright girl, full of dreams. She lived in a small village, but her dreams were big. Aisha wanted to be a teacher. She loved learning and wanted to share that love with other children. Every day, Aisha would sneak peeks into the village school. She listened to the children reciting their lessons. Aisha imagined herself standing at the front of the classroom, teaching. She knew her dream was different from what others expected of her, but Aisha held on to her dream, a secret fire burning in her heart. Life in Aisha's village was simple. People followed the same traditions that had been passed down for generations. The rhythm of life revolved around the land, the seasons, and their customs. Most girls in the village were married young. They would then help their families in the fields and raise children. Aisha knew this was her expected path, but she yearned for something more. She believed education was the key to a better life, not just for herself, but for all girls. Aisha dreamed of a world where girls could choose their own destiny. One evening, Aisha's life changed forever. She was returning home from her friend's house when a group of men grabbed her. She screamed, but her voice was lost in the darkness. Aisha was thrown into a truck. She was scared and confused. She didn't know where she was being taken or what was happening. Fear gripped her heart as the truck sped away, leaving her village far behind. Aisha felt a growing sense of dread. Her dreams seemed to slip away with every passing moment. Aisha was taken to a distant village. She was told she would be married to a man named Hem. Aisha had never met Hem. She didn't want to marry him. In Aisha's village, marriage was arranged by families. It was a tradition that had been followed for generations. Aisha's voice was lost in the noise of tradition. She was told that marriage was a woman's duty. It was her responsibility to marry the man chosen for her and to make him happy. Aisha felt trapped. Section 5. Family divided. Aisha's family was torn apart by her kidnapping. Her father was a kind man who loved his daughter. He wanted Aisha to be happy, but he also felt bound by tradition. He argued with the village elders, but they insisted that the marriage must go forward. Aisha's mother was heartbroken. She knew her daughter's dreams were shattered. She held Aisha close, whispering words of comfort. But even her mother's love couldn't erase the fear and despair Aisha felt. Section 6. The elders decide. The village elders gathered to discuss Aisha's fate. They were the keepers of tradition, the ones who decided what was right and wrong. The elders believed they were acting in Aisha's best interest. They told her that marriage would bring her stability and security. They assured her that she would learn to love her husband. Aisha's pleas fell on deaf ears. The elders had spoken. Her fate was sealed. Section 7. Trapped in despair. Aisha felt trapped. Her dreams of becoming a teacher were crushed. She was surrounded by strangers who didn't understand her pain. She felt like a bird in a cage, her wings clipped. Every day felt like an eternity. Aisha longed for her family, her friends, and her old life. She missed the simplicity of her village, the sound of children laughing, and the feeling of hope that she once held. Section 8. A glimmer of hope. One day, Aisha met a woman named Fatima. Fatima was different. She had been to school and could read and write. Fatima listened to Aisha's story with compassion. She understood Aisha's pain and shared her own experiences. Fatima had also been forced into marriage at a young age, but Fatima had not given up on her dreams. She had found a way to continue learning, and she encouraged Aisha to do the same. Section 9. Finding her voice. Fatima became Aisha's confidant and mentor. She taught Aisha how to read and write in secret. Aisha devoured every word, her thirst for knowledge unquenched. Fatima also taught Aisha about her rights. She told her that forced marriage was wrong and that girls had the right to choose their own path. Aisha began to find her voice. She realized that she was not alone. There were others who believed in her and her dreams. Section 10. Fighting for freedom. Aisha knew she couldn't change her situation overnight, but she refused to give up. She started small, teaching other young wives in the village how to read and write. She shared her story and inspired them to fight for their dreams. Aisha's courage gave other women hope. They began to see that a different future was possible. Aisha's actions, though small, sent ripples through the village, challenging the deeply rooted traditions. Section 11. A Brighter Future. Aisha's journey is a testament to the strength and resilience of the human spirit. It is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can bloom. Aisha's story is not just her own. It is the story of countless girls around the world who are denied their basic rights. It is a call to action for all of us to stand up for what is right. We must fight to end forced marriage and empower girls with education. We must create a world where every girl like Aisha has the chance to achieve her dreams.